Hey guys, as you can see, my beard is growing. Just gonna be a quick life update. Switched jobs, got a new job. I'm here taking a break right now for a few minutes. Um, a lot of crisis happening in my life. Not gonna talk about any of it. I can't talk about the crises happening, and I can't talk about my job. But I can talk about how I feel. I can talk about what I'm trying to work on myself. I'm trying to work on virtue, Catholic virtue, just virtue. Um, I've been listening to a lot of Bishop Barron, the Word on Fire podcast, and he talks about that evil is a privation of good. Evil is the lack of good. So if good, let's say, is light, and evil being darkness, is not an opposing force, rather the absence of light. So considering, evil actions like the things that I did before, with addiction, or even like accidental evils or natural evils like hurricanes and stuff, accidents like tripping or just making a mistake, messing up and not being perfect. Those things are a little bit less preventable, but the things that are definitely preventable are me not being better, and that's what it's all about. And I think people have been telling me, don't beat yourself up, don't be over scrupulous, but considering the number of mistakes I've made and how I want to make amends, I really need to work hard and try to be better. And if we talk about the 7 deadly sins, which I reflect on a lot, the things that I've been guilty of, let's talk about sloth. I've made a video before on acedia. We can talk about lust. I can talk about pride. Lately, I've had envy. What are the others? Greed. I don't think so. I'm super guilty of that one. What else is there? Greed. There's gluttony. Definitely something I could still work on. Not a huge vice, but it's definitely there. But if we think about more than just food and just having temperance with, things like entertainment, that is something I can work on. Gluttony for things like entertainment. For sure. What else? Wrath. That's not something, maybe for me, not the greatest vice, but also it is still something I deal with in my life, in different ways. But yeah, definitely sloth, gluttony, like those things. And I think about opposing virtues. Think about sloth, the opposite of sloth being diligence, and the opposite of lust being chastity. As far as like my Catholic philosophy and theology, and the opposite virtue of pride being humility. So those 3 are probably the biggest that I need to work on. Chastity, diligence, humility. And it's pushing me as a husband and a father just to be better, and to really take a look at my daily life and how to make perfections, how to be better. Because those things, the 7 deadly sins are emptiness. They're not opposing forces. So sloth is like not doing the good that you're supposed to do. Lust would be not getting the fullness of how love should be. And pride is not, really answering the call to humility, because you think that pride is making oneself bigger, but rather it's not accepting that one has his own place and his own role in, the grand scheme and the grand plan of God. And so you can, to eliminate these vices, it's not about just not doing them, but rather replacing them with the virtues. And I think I have been focused so much in the past months on eliminating the vices, simply not doing the bad things. But if they are not replaced with virtue, then you're just a blank slate. And I don't want to be a blank slate. I'm not working on being a blank slate. Probably I had to cut it all out, change my habits, and creating that blank slate is good, but rather replacing them with a virtue is filling that void with the light, because there's still a void. There's still a huge void, and I need to fill it in. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, the stuff I've really been growing. Again, I wish I could talk about the specifics about life, and maybe I can talk about stuff like art and business and keep teaching art. can talk about my beard. I know some people like talking about my trichotillomania and my beard. All these things, I'm trying to grow. So again, if those of you who pray for me, because my life is in crisis, and I don't want to downplay that just because I'm trying to speak well. But I use these videos as a sort of a diary, to really log and share my story. And I hope that I can have a good story, or at least a better story. But God's will be done. There's a lot of pain right now, and just got to keep going and trying to live in virtue. That's all I can do. I love you all. As you guys might be able to tell, I'm like tired. Maybe my beard, maybe I look a bit disheveled. Maybe I need to shave, get a haircut. I don't know. But I'm just trying to work hard and be the man that I know I can be, the man that God made me to be. All right. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.